So as you step out into the street, Joy Run, looking up and down to your west, you can see the village of Balstead, all the people, folks wandering around, and down to the east, the direction that you came. Your morning, your day is the rest of the day is yours, really. There's not much else, nothing else for you to do other than roam around and wait for the festival to start.
Eldon's gonna, when there's a moment, he's gonna reach into his pouch and he's gonna give what he owes over to.
Give what over?
The gold he owes to.
Oh yeah, I paid you back.
Pay him back.
Yeah.
So is that what we're doing? We're hanging out with these.
You pay him back at least.
You really wanted to burn that place down.
I mean, it was kind of exhilarating.
Right.
I very liked the idea.
You have to be careful with that sort of thing.
How would you have done it?
I was not saying I was going to do it. I asked her if she had considered doing it.
Oh.
It's not that I was going to do it per se. It just seemed like a quick means to an end.
Does anyone else feel like that halfling was a goddamn liar?
Yeah, most likely.
Someone was lying.
But,
I said someone was lying, yeah.
We weren't asked to see who's at fault. We were asked to make it stop.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter to us.
you do not have to live here.
This is true.
That's a fair point. Maybe we can go see, what was, Millie, the little goblin lady? We can go see her and collect
She
our
has
reward.
been out and about.
Maybe we'll... Do we hear her laugh?
I'll say make a perception check while you're out there in the middle of the road. Like, she has been milling about, and
Millie.
Oh, that's a 2. No, I don't hear anything.
you hear.
Actually, well, that would be a 5.
So yeah, you do hear something. I mean, you hear a super loud, obviously dwarven voice coming from Loud Bellaril's flower shop. It's just the loudest thing that you guys can hear.
Is it close?
Yep, it's on the map.
Good.
It is the flowery tent that you can see at the very bottom southern edge there. Yep, right. It's like the first thing.
So,
that you
but it's close to us, so like we're right there.
Yeah, you're kind of like right at the edge of the village, so that is
Don't
where.
you have a laser pointer over there?
I do.
What are they saying? Is it barrel roll? What was it? Baphomet.
Baffarol? What? Barrel roll?
Barrel roll? What was
Do
it?
a barrel roll.
Bellaril.
Bellaril.
Loud Bellaril's flower shop.
Baphomet.
And then down the opposite way, it just goes for like a half mile. Just all different types of shops.
Since we have the day, Kai's gonna keep his eyes open for any place that has books.
You definitely saw, if you continue down, there's a place that you would have seen. You couldn't quite catch the name of it, but it definitely was a pop-up bookshop. If you would go towards the east.
What's up with that flower shop? I don't know. It's like the 4th time you've mentioned it, so I'm like, let's.
He's just the loudest.
He's just a loud dude.
It's just super loud. I mean,
Eldon's gonna go inside.
you know Loud Bellaril. Everybody knows Loud Bellaril.
Of course.
Okay, so you head back into the village, and towards Loud Bellaril's.
Not everybody has to go. I was just gonna. It's up to you guys if you guys wanted to go.
I'm at where I'm actually standing back. I go, we have the day. You mentioned something about rocks.
Yes, well, that's out in the jungle. I think that's going to potentially be a whole thing. I wouldn't want to compromise your making sure we're here for your performance and everything. If you're, again, you don't have to come, but if you're dead, you can't perform, and or if I'm dead, I can't help you.
Yes, when we are dead, we can do neither of those things.
Yeah.
So. But you are not going out there alone.
Ayla, I have never done anything brave in my entire life. Literally ever. So, I don't know, maybe feels like it might be time.
There's a difference between bravery and stupidity.
I guess I'll have to learn that, huh?
Yes. When you are ready for the rocks, let me know.
Alright.
What do you want to do today?
Are we near the jungle right now? Like, are we close to it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The way that it's kind of set up, like the village has 10 or 15 feet until you reach the jungle, because this village doesn't have a wall or anything.
Oh, so it's
this.
like right around
Yeah,
everything?
it's just everywhere.
Oh, okay. Do I
Behind
feel
all
anything?
of them. What was it?
Do I feel anything?
Let's make a perception check.
Nine.
You take a moment and like try to focus on the feeling that you had, and you just don't. No, there's nothing. Like that, the feeling, the strength of the feeling that you had was, you're familiar with it being like, it's got to be out that way. Like, you have to get closer.
Yeah.
If something's out there, you only feel it within a certain proximity, and yeah.
I'm not that close.
No. You know the direction or thereabouts, but just not how far. Although the fact that you felt it at all leads you to believe that, like, you were close.
I felt it when she was in the hole. We
Yeah.
found her in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. When did the game start?
When did the game
Tomorrow.
start?
Yeah, they'll technically, everything starts tomorrow. But you can see everything getting ready, and you watch as Eldon, like, you're at a point where you've been to this festival so many times, and you know the folks that you've kind of blocked out Belaril's voice. But as you see Eldon just kind of like head over into, you can see this tent made of brightly colored fabric. There's flowers and vines embroidered on it. The entrance has this large sign that has, like, in the script, loud Belaril's in this, like, fancy script. When you walk in, you're instantly hit with this sweet aroma of blooming flowers. There's a moment where you remember being in the jungle and that really sweet smell, but it doesn't overwhelm you like that. The tent is divided into, like, different sections. Each has different types of flowers and plants. You look and you see Eldon head in there, and the big just hello, like the loudest, like you're like, oh shit. And there you see there's a section that has, like, wildflowers, tall stems, like these, like, tropical looking daisies, sunflowers. There's, like, all different types of things that actually shouldn't even be on this island. There's also a section for herbs, medicinal plants, and then there's another shelf that has, like, all kinds of jars and bottles in the back that says, like, giant slug repellent and truly magical plant growth. Like, there's just little labels on it. So you see this middle-aged male dwarf. He's pretty, like, squat. He's got gray eyes and this beautifully manicured beard that has vines all inside of it, fair skin, freckles, and he has his hair pulled up in, like, a tight bun. And you come in and you're just, like, accosted by this loud voice. Welcome in! How can I help you? A new face. Love it. Welcome to Loud Belaril's flower shop.
Thank you. That is a surprisingly apt
Loud.
name. Yes. Yes.
I don't try to hide it.
Eldon unconsciously starts talking also a little louder than he normally would because, you know.
Yep.
This is beautiful in here.
Thank you. It is.
I'm not yelling. This is just how I talk.
I'm the only one that went in.
There's people, but you're the newest person to walk in the door, and everyone.
No,
gets
I meant
Oh, I don't
our
know.
crew, right? You're off looking for books or something.
Oh,
and
you
guys
went
were
off
talking.
on your own. Okay.
We haven't gone in. We haven't decided if we're following you crazy fucking people around yet.
These crazy humans.
How can I help you?
I
A
don't.
connoisseur of flowery.
Not one bit. But,
I would be happy to
very
teach
pretty,
you.
But they're very pretty. What do you have? Can I look around? Like, what is he? Are they in like vases? Are they?
There's
like,
all kind. There's like big vases with bouquets. There's single flowers. There's ones that you can pick on your own. There's tall, small herbs. Everything.
Okay.
I can leave you alone if there's nothing in particular.
Yeah, he's just gonna peruse the flowers for a minute.
Every time someone comes in, hello, welcome to Loud Bellaril's flower shop, and
Every time. Eldon just.
Everybody does. Everybody does. There's all kinds of flowers. There's really ornate, unique ones that have like edges that have little gold on them. There's one that he does have labels on certain ones. You see one called a rainbow blossom. It's this vibrant flower with these petals that are various shades of pink, purple, and blue. You see another one called the frost orchid, and it's this tropical flower that has these delicate white petals with this icy blue center.
He's gonna, like, when he's telling him that, he's gonna be like, what? So there's this girl.
A girl!
At least I think she's a girl.
A related girl, an unrelated girl.
No, not related. I think she's a girl. She's made of, like... I don't really know what she's made out of.
Okay.
I think she's made out of, like, stone.
Okay.
Like, she's like a rock.
Like an elemental.
I don't know.
Like a genie?
Like, not like a statue.
Is this someone you know and have met before?
Yes.
In your life?
And he's
Are
gonna,
they
like, this
here?
whole time, he's like, a little quieter, please. Straddling for...
Are they here in the
What
in the
books
village?
are you reading?
Not, they're in the festival. They're at the festival, yes.
Okay. What kind of flowers are you looking, or herbs, or
No,
are they
and he's gonna,
afflicted by a
like
malady?
this. No, she's really pretty. And I know that sounds stupid. But yeah, it's just-
So you're looking for a pretty flower, for a pretty, maybe woman
I think,
made of rock.
but not a statue.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to convey. We have...
Well, what about this one? He's going to point to the white and blue one.
Well, this one is said to bring good luck. This is very highly sought after. I grow all of my flowers right here in Balstead.
This one's very pretty.
It is. It is. This is called the frost orchid. I can give you a large bouquet, a small. You can just
What
get
if I
one.
just... How much is one?
3 copper for the one.
Do you think girls would like this?
Everyone loves flowers.
But do you think a girl that has skin that kind of looks like this would like it?
Yeah, of course.
All right, Baffaril.
Bellaril.
I'll take one.
Just one, are you sure?
Just one.
All right. Well, 3 copper.
Clink, clink, clink.
And he hands you, actually, he kind of goes through the bouquet and he chooses one that he clearly thinks is the best out of all of them and then hands it over. Happy to do business with you. Come back anytime.
Just standing there holding this flower like... Thanks, Baphomet.
You're going to want to snip the end, put it in a vase. Hold on. And he goes in the back and gets, or like not in the back, out of where you can't see, but goes back to one of the shelves and gets a little tiny bit of paper that he pours a little bit of what is likely to be plant food. Folds it up and then comes over and hands it. It's this tiny little bit. He says it won't last very, very long, but it's a beautiful flower.
very pretty. I hope she likes it. Thank you.
Just pour a little this in some water, and it will last at least another 3 days. Until the end of the festival. I can guarantee it.
Thanks. And he's just gonna like turn and walk up. Okay. Very awkwardly holding this little flower. Are they close?
Are you close?
So he's here.
Yep.
Where we were what, here?
Nope, you were outside of the village, so wherever you want to be.
Oh,
Well,
so
he's
you
just-
wanna be.
No, I don't know.
Well, he's just standing there like
Because this dude walked off.
waiting for people he
He
knows.
walked down
and he
Joy
walked,
Run.
And he walked into the flower thing.
Yeah.
Is Joy Run that way?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we'd be somewhere over here still.
Oh, Ayla, do you think that the man at the flower shop might know anything about those plants that tried to kill us?
It is worth inquiring.
Because maybe he knows how to, like, get by him.
That is a very good idea.
You headed towards Loud Bellarils.
Nice tie-in. Just...
All right, so you walk towards Loud Bellarils, and you see just as Eldon is stepping out with the flower in his hand.
Eldon has all the confidence in the world. He's looking at this flower. He's like, your skin was light blue. I'm
It's
trying to remember from the picture.
It's like a
no,
sandstone.
it's like this
Sand.
color.
All right. He's holding this flower. He's like,
I blew my hair.
okay, cool. I knew there was some reason. She's gonna love this. Girls love flowers. Yes, I got this.
Can we hear that?
And he could be
Probably not.
he could be talking out loud
I
and
was
not
gonna say,
realize it.
like,
As people are
so,
watching.
like, yeah, I want to know, like, if
People
we're
are
just
watching.
walking up to him, and he's like, he's gonna love this. Girls love flowers.
People might think he's saying that out loud. People
No,
might
I'm
be
so-
like,
I'm
this
wondering
is-
if we hear
No,
it
no,
as
you
we're
guys
walking
wouldn't
up.
because as soon as he sees, he's gonna like turn and like see you guys, and all that confidence is just fucking gone. Like he just sees you guys, and he goes, and he's gonna like beeline right past you to you, and just be like, "I saw this and I thought it was pretty, and I wanted you to have it." And he's gonna like hand it to you.
If he does that too fast, I am going to shoot my hand out and stop him. Like, if he's like, if we're walking towards him and he goes, I want you to have this, I'm
no,
like,
it's-
just like a really fast action, I'm just like instinctively going to like,
It's not like a threatening thing. It's,
no, just too, you know, too
Alright,
fast.
so
It's
he's
too
gonna walk over and
fast
do
movement.
yeah, he's gonna. I saw that at the flower shop, and the flower guy said that the girls really like it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty. He's gonna like hand it to you,
Okay.
and then he's just gonna turn on his heel and just beeline the opposite way
Why did you give me this?
because it was pretty. he's like,
What am I supposed to do with it?
They would have had the little cap thing.
Okay.
He didn't tell you what it does or what it is for. Just he walked.
Is that Ayla?
Yes, hello.
Come in, come in.
I do understand that I gave you the classic thing of I gave you this thing and now you have to carry it around. Like when you're like, what the fuck do I do with this now?
I
I'll
just kinda,
figure it
I
out.
kind of take it and I go,
Oh,
I don't
Ayla,
know
are
the
you
point
the?
of this.
You are the girl. Come. I just
girl.
sold one of those.
Is it this one?
Yes, I believe so. You have an admirer, it seems.
Well, I have hundreds of them, yes.
Well, one just came in and purchased this. I described it as being stone-skinned, which I don't see you having, but come in,
Well, I
come
didn't.
in.
What's it
How
for?
can I help you?
I must have maybe.
He comes over and like wraps his arms around you and pulls you in. Come in, Ayla Maria.
I hand it back and I go,
Shopping at Loud Bellaril's flower shop.
This is Commander Shepard. It is my favorite shop in the Citadel.
How can I help you? Are you here for flowers? For perhaps your outfit for the third day? The finale. Do you already have all of the flowers you could possibly need?
Well, I whatever is set up on the stage, I don't know if you've...
Well, I can make you something over the next 3 days if you would like.
Yeah, very well. Yes, go ahead. We will...
As long as you just let everyone know.
Of course. What other flower plants?
No, of course, there is no other.
None.
Bastard.
Yes. I pick a, like this like a flower that is like a goes from like a deep not violet, like purple in the middle, and then fans out to like blue, and then eventually goes to white tips. And I go, you can put this on my account as well. And then I put this in her hair, and I go, that works very well for you.
You've got it. You've got it. How can
Totally being oblivious to the whole
How can I help you?
Well, we had a question about plants.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe you, who is the most knowledgeable one,
Of course.
And the
Well,
loudest.
and the loudest.
Both are equally true.
Perhaps you. I was very not paying that much attention to them as I was being killed by them.
Being killed.
So, yes, unfortunately, we found ourselves in the jungle and we had a little tussle.
A place you do not want to go.
Yeah, for sure. We found ourselves in a bit of a tussle with some vines, and they were really aggressive. And I saw they had some skeletons, presumably that they had consumed.
The
there.
witherweed.
Witherweed.
Yes, the witherweed.
They had a poison to them as
Yes, yep. That is how the witherweed consumes. You need to be careful out there. They've got these fronds, and it will kind of essentially put you into a kind of toxic shock, and then they consume you. They don't move all that fast, but if you are alone or don't pay attention, it can sneak up.
well.
Did you happen to gather any bits of this?
No.
Unfortunately not.
I gathered some bits of us, but
Oh, yes. One thing you must be careful of, you would think that the natural reaction would be to set it alight, catch it on fire. You do not want to do that. Definitely don't ever do that.
oh,
It creates a toxin that then spreads and will incapacitate you further and likely result in your death. Although I hope you do not go back out into the jungle anytime soon,
that
not
would
without
be
guards.
so stupid.
No,
We
it
would
would be
never do
very
anything like that.
foolish.
Or with, we can make sure you have some kind of, well, I can't do much. It's a very immediate effect. You need to cover your mouth if you set it on fire, or make sure you don't touch it with your skin.
Do you have any tips on how to kill it or make it go away?
You should really
Does it
just...
have a weakness that is ice, perhaps?
Perhaps. I stay away. You just don't catch it on fire, and it spreads. It's invasive. It will usually cover large areas, and it moves. Not altogether that fast, but
You asked if we had some. If
Yes.
some was procured, would you be interested?
I would be. Yes, I can always use these things for herbalist remedies. When people come in and they've been stung, it can be used for other things as well. I don't have any on my own, but not too many people go out there.
No, it's all hypotheticals. Except for when we get out there.
Did you see any other plants?
There were very smelly flowers.
Oh, they made the ones that made us throw up?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Fey Blossom. Look,
Oh.
over here. He brings you over to one of his little kind of batches of flowers, and you see a little, mini version, because those were big flowers. A little mini version. He says,
Picturing a little
"This
baby
is
Seymour.
my pride and joy. I call it Bellaril's Fey Blossom." And it's a little mini one. It says, "You smelled it. It made you throw up."
It was very.
Oh,
This
yeah,
will
big
not,
time.
but it might not be pleasant for
I'd
you
rather
since you
stay.
thought. And the little whiff that you get, it reminds you, it's not enough, but this is said to be favored by the Fae. If you happen upon it and you can stand it, I would love to get more of that nectar.
Does it summon Fae or
Nothing really summons the Fae. Tricky.
just favored by them.
Yes, anything that makes people sick to their stomachs makes them laugh. My understanding.
And you can acquire these without incident. You can take pieces of the plant.
It will not harm you if you can stand the smell. I would recommend, well, quickly harvesting and perhaps putting in like a glass jar.
And how much for this one?
For just this flower? My Fey Blossom?
Yeah.
Well, for you, you can have it.
No, I insist. How much?
Normally they're 3 copper apiece.
I shall give you 3 copper for it.
He hands you one. He's got a whole bouquet of these that are his own that he grows.
How much? Mine? My last one? Oh, well, here you go.
So 3 copper. A small bouquet will run you 1 silver, or a large if you want to pass them around.
No, thank you. This is for myself.
Well, if you happen to wear it in a place everyone can see and let everyone know, Loud Belleril just sold a Belleril's Fey Blossom to Ayla Maria.
Just cringes at the complete butcher of her name.
Do you have any supplies like gloves or shears or jars if someone were foolish enough to be propagating dangerous plants?
I only have enough for myself, but I'm sure down Joy Run. I mean, I have jars I can give you.
Okay.
A couple if you're going to bring it back with pieces.
Totally.
Oh, yes. Hold on. He goes and gets a couple of, like, decent-sized jars, maybe bigger than you were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But those flower petals were, like, pretty big.
Okay.
And he hands you, like, 3 of them.
All right, great.
Be careful. Glass.
Oh, thank you very much. You have been most helpful.
Thank you.
What was this one called that you gave me? What was it called? What's this
I
one?
don't know. What was that one called?
A purple burst.
Burst.
Okay.
It's canon. Just canonized it.
I'm not a botanist. We can't keep
No,
plants alive
neither
in
am
this
I.
house.
Okay.
I'm going to take the one that Eldon gave me.
Yep.
And I
Frost
wanna-
orchid.
A frost orchid, and I want to stick it, like...
But she does it with like the little water attachment.
I was going to take it out of that, but okay. Just ornamentally kind of hanging there.
I'll take that part off. Just snap off the end and like tie it into the braid a little bit so it stays a little better.
That looks beautiful. Doesn't that look beautiful? And there's a couple of other folks in there, and one of them's like, oh, yes, I love it. What is that flower? And he's like, and goes over and starts loudly proclaiming what it is. In the meantime, you head down, Kai, down the Joy Run. You see a variety, but you kind of like recalled about halfway down in one of the, as I have stated, like the very temporary pop-up stuff is at the way end, but then it starts to get a little bit more semi-permanent as you go, people who maybe set up for a couple weeks at a time, not just at the festival. And you do come to a like pop-up bookstore called the Folding Folio. That it just says like rare, unique, and it's like written.
Raise a cult.
And when you step inside, you see just a variety. I mean, obviously, this is not Barnes and Noble type thing. There's one of each kind of book around, but you see a kind of theme of like travelogues, mythical creature bestiaries, works of fantasy, and then some history and magic and poems. There are shelves that are like dark, rich wood that are more like, this is one that probably is set up more of on a permanent basis. And the books are like arranged by genre, and you can see the proprietor there is this halfling, half sea elf. So you see this woman. She has She's like short, kind of plump. She's got this shimmering cyan blue skin, and you can see like webbing between her fingers, but she's also only about like 4 feet maybe at the most. Rosy cheeks. She's got this like really kind smile. Curly hair that is the color of warm honey that's like always kind of escaping from this bun that she has, and these round spectacles that are like perched on the edge of her nose. And she looks like one of those, like she's overdressed for how warm it is. She's got like this sweater on and like a long skirt, and then like has a satchel with books in it that she's like rearranging when you come in. But you come in and she says, "Hello, welcome. Come in."
Hi there. Good day.
Good day.
I was wondering, in your store here, do you have non-fiction books?
Yes, we do. We have a variety of the nonfiction's right over there in that section. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yes, some histories of different places, perhaps maybe Devenia, different places.
Well, I don't have anything that is specific to like a particular region, but I have this one that came in. She brings you over to to the history section, and you see her pull out, like she goes through and she says, "Oh, here's one. A tapestry of legends. History of Eleothis' iconic figures." And opens it up. It's not really by region, but if you flip through, you can see, you said Devenia?
Aye.
Let's see.
Curiosity of mine.
Let's see if there's any who are in... Well, we have, no, we've got King Darius the Wise from Callia. Lady Amara, she's actually still around with Cassia and Callium. No, this one is from Roti. We have Dagon of the Dawn's Light. He's from Modras and Tania. Kale the Seer, Dragonborn from Eporia, but now he's in Lindumia. They think he might still be there. Posia, Nara, Valtaire in Medea. No, nothing in here about Devenia. Princess Elena? No, she went back to the Feywild.
Oh, what about, I have a certain curiosity about things of the night, scary things.
Where's your Stephen King section?
Scary things.
Perhaps things that don't like to stay dead.
Well, there is a mention in here about the Blessed Myers in Eporia, this lizard folk shaman who's got some spiritual powers, or Dagon of the Dawn's Light, a human monster hunter from Modras and Tania. It says that he fought vampires and liches.
Sounds interesting.
The book's here.
Yes, I'll take them.
All right. That's going to be a silver piece.
Silver a piece, or just one silver piece?
It's a book that has all kinds of people in it.
Okay, so it's just
a
the single
with
book
all of these different folks written about. So she hands you this book.
Any others on vampires, perchance?
Well, there's a whole bunch of different books over in. You're welcome to peruse. I don't know if I have any particularly about vampires.
What of the gods? Any books on the gods?
Yes, we do. There's a whole section. Which gods are you looking at? The demigods or Ina, Yol, and the siblings?
Personally looking for the Queen of Ravens.
The demigods then. Let's see. I do have one. that I recall in my books.
Like the idea of her like clicking through a medieval like laptop computer, just like
Switching the inventory.
searching the Dewey Decimal
yeah,
System.
The Dewey Decimal.
It's instead of like a scrying orb, that it's literally like a scrying tablet. So it's like,
So I do have this one book that is called A Raven Flew Overhead. And it is, well, if you read what he wrote on the back, sometimes they like to write a little summary. The Raven Queen, lady of mystery and intrigue, misunderstood, anti-hero, Quillo Roboer. Delves into the history of this storied individual, parsing fact from fiction with exclusive interviews from folks who knew her best, all the way but from the Shadowfell itself. The book is a must-read.
Yomiuri Times bestseller.
I'll take that one as well.
Okay, this one's going to be 2 silver. There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Kai's just gonna take the books, throw them in his bag.
Okay. If you find any interesting books, I'm always in the market,
I'll keep that in mind.
and I'll be here through the festival.
If you happen to find any more, I'm sure I'll be seeing you before the end of the festival.
Sure. Have a great day. So you head back out into the Joy Run. Are you all meeting back up?
I don't know where he ran off to.
You started heading
He's
down
still
the
running
joy run.
somewhere.
Yeah.
a girl flower.
He's just like kicking a rock down like, the Joy Run, just like I can't screw that up.
I guess we would just
And-
come out and turn around, like go around the corner, and
No, I'd probably, if you were down the Joy Run, I probably would have just headed down that way because you guys were coming up from that way anyways. So I would have ran beeline past you once I gave you the flower, and then probably would have eventually met up with Kai when you were coming out of that shop.
So you all come back together, or you meet up?
Yeah, Eldon's gonna hang back a little bit.
Okay.
so you guys are coming back this way.
Yeah, if he's,
Okay.
unless you wanted to walk down, like, actually, you know what?
Kai was.
Eldon's not ready to go back yet. Eldon's
Okay.
gonna keep walking down the Joy Run and see what. He doesn't want to turn around and face what he's done.
Okay. There's all kinds of interesting shops. There are always mundane, magical, like random shops. Like if you go into a trinket area, there's all kinds of random stuff that they have there. Clothing, food. You start to see some of the stalls popping up, the food vendors. There's like food on a stick and all that kind of stuff
Yeah,
that's coming.
he'll grab some meat on a few of them in like a little like bag, you know.
Do you like meat on a stick? I found some meat on a
Nope,
stick.
nope.
It's really good, and I heard it's yummy.
There's
I
fried.
heard girls like that. The guy yelled at me and told me so.
yeah. The next person's like, so this girl, she likes meat on a stick, boy. Get her meat on a stick.
I love meat on a stick. At a certain point, you do. Once the two of you kind of come back together and are walking, you do hear a little like, hey, you, and you turn and look and see the hunter that you had run out when you were looking for Cass. Copper skinned with silver tinsel eyes, just half wood elf, half human. Just kind of runs up a little bit. You guys ever find that kid?
Yeah, we found her.
Oh, great news. I did keep an eye out while I was out there, but, well, obviously I didn't find her because you did. That's great. Awesome. Was she all right?
Yeah, she was just scared, I suppose.
Yeah, as you would be. It's pretty scary out there. I mean, people talk about how there's no predators and stuff, but there
There are dangers.
are dangers. Yeah, you got to be careful out there. I'm glad you were able to.
Maybe not predatory animals, but predatory plants.
Yeah, the plants will get you.
Something they don't tell you.
They'll make you puke. They'll make you shit yourself. There's all kinds out there. Yeah. I mean, there's good ones to eat too.
We didn't come across those ones though.
No.
We didn't. I don't know if but we. Didn't.
I have. It was, but I work alone, so I don't have to usually deal with.
We
like,
didn't come across ones that make you shit yourself. So we're
That's good.
Yeah, we're good.
They're usually like a really bright green, but by the time you see them, it's typically too late.
Yep. Nope. No, just regular gross smelly flowers and vines that try to kill you. Those are the ones we saw. No pants shitting. No trousers shitting.
Well, if you do, just bring a second pair of pants if you go out there. I mean, that's what I do. No shame.
Is that why you're wearing brown pants now?
Well, I mean, I got more than one pair of pants, but yeah, I am not going
Wear
out
your brown
today.
pants.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. I'm Kaylin, by the way. It's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Eldon.
Eldon, Kai. Great to meet you. Well, I'm sure you've made a name for yourself saving a kid and everything. So, if you need anything, I'm around. I'm kind of, the hunter. Well, not the hunter. There's a couple of us, but,
Do you have a stall or a store or anything here?
No, I just do stuff for the village. Like yeah. But if you need anything, need to chat with anyone or whatever, just let them know Kaylin sent you.
Thanks. It was nice seeing you again.
Yeah.
Glad to see you got out of the forest safely.
Thanks. I make a living doing it, so I'd be a pretty shitty hunter. But I'm the best one they have. So, yeah. All right. Great to see you. Bye. She heads back into the...
Bye-bye. We really are all so awkward. Got one who talks too much, one that doesn't talk enough, and our stats are flipped.
And so you all walking down, is there anything you wanted to chat about while you...
None unless Eldon starts talking. Kai.
Eldon is very quiet.
Okay. You eventually meet
Kai's
back
just
up.
basking in that it's actually quiet right now.
Are we actively looking for them?
I want to find that store that I can buy like shears and gloves at.
Okay.
That's kind of where my head's at. I
Yeah,
guess.
they're going down the joy run. There's also shears you might actually be able to find over at Mina's. So Mina is the barbershop.
Oh.
You're able to find that though. Like, yeah, simple enough to get some like regular like adventuring stuff, ropes and things like that.
I bought us some Mai Tais
Okay. For the walk.
for the walk.
Okay.
It's a festival. You can't walk around
No,
with
no,
it.
it's
It's a
Festival
festival.
stuff. I just picture that there's like people walking around like with trays like every so often like margarita.
I just figure that there's a
Little pop
tent
up
every 10
stand.
feet like in Vegas.
Yeah, no, there's stuff everywhere. It's packed. All right. Well, I mean, the rest of the day is fairly uneventful. I mean, there's stuff you can do. You can look around, but it's not festival proper yet. Like, things are still getting set up. You do see Millie. Like, when you get back into the village, Millie is still making her way around. She sees you, actually, and goes right up to you. Like, have you guys taken care of the problem yet? How did it go?
It went swimmingly.
Did they promise not to have a fist fight in the middle of the Joy Festival tomorrow?
Cassie is going to stop the antics.
Okay. Did Simeon also agree? Or more likely his cousin, Lewis. He's the instigator of this whole thing. Callie's got an attitude, but... Did Lewis agree?
Not yet. But, well, we haven't talked to him yet. One thing at a time.
We can assure that Cassie will not be a problem.
All right.
If there are any problems, you now know where it's coming from.
All right. Well, what so you got her word. I need to just go tell, Adrio, so.
We have our word.
You got, all right.
Until the end of the Joy Festival. Per our agreement with the steward.
All right. Okay, that's a start. Okay. Are you guys with them? Walk up.
Yeah, probably.
I guess we.
Right?
When wandering around,
hear the
we'll
little
say you
goblin lady
see.
yelling.
Yeah, you see
Or
Millie. You
stairs.
can hear Millie, and she's chatting with the two of them, and then you kind of wander up with your.
There are those humans.
What kind of drink was it again?
Mai Tai.
Your Mai Tais. So you come up with your Mai Tais. Hey, Ayla!
Millie.
So all of you then did this. They're saying that they got it taken care of. I know you were with them yesterday, so. Did you use a little bit of your sweet talking?
Sure.
Great.
It is all set.
Okay. Okay, come with me. Adria will be happy to hear that. So come on.
I don't want to see Adriel.
Let's go. She brings you into the town command. It was pretty busy in the town command when you came in. Busy meaning like boxes of stuff everywhere, but like since then it has been like packed. There's you see the Valiant, the Cassian Guard, people coming and going. She leads you into the back. There's stacks of like supplies and stuff all in the town command. You also see the boxes where like your weapons are over on the side. The Elven Guard that or from the Balstead Hammer that had greeted you and just is kind of like leisurely sitting there, just nods as you go in. Millie just waves at him and then heads in the back. You see the steward there. And she just opens the door and is like, they said they took care of it. I know you had something you wanted to give them as a thank you, right? And he sits up and is like, you've got it taken care of. Fantastic. Yes, hold on. And he, so he's going through a drawer on the side. So no problems. I can give my speech. There won't be a blowout. Everything's good for tomorrow morning. We're good for tomorrow morning.
Yes, you are good for the morning.
Great.
Till the end of the festival.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. For now, so how are your lodgings? Millie, you got them. And she's like, yeah. They're good. The lodgings are better.
Yes, they're sufficient.
Great. Perfect. Well, we have some things that we can give you. Here's something. And he like pulls out this locket and slides it across the desk. This locket is if you open it, whoever wants to, you can see. Open it.
Eldon will just take it and open it.
Okay.
He's disheartened because he saw that she gave her the flower and she had the flower. So he's just kind of despondent.
His little heart, you just hear like...
Yeah.
You open up the locket, and inside you see a picture of your mom.
Cool.
And he says, this locket is anyone that you picture, someone that you know, someone from your memory, their picture will show up. And you can, I don't know who you see in there, but you can only change it once a day. So, if you open it again tomorrow and want to think of someone else, then their picture will be there.
Eldon will pass it to whoever's next to him so they can look at it.
It's the mirror from Harry Potter.
Only works once a day, though.
Yeah, so you see a picture of...
Oh, once a day per person. Right.
Yeah, so he sees a picture of a woman that he does not...
He sees a picture
That
of
he
your
doesn't
mom.
I didn't catch that. I thought it was if once a day that one person picks it up.
No, he didn't say. He didn't specify.
Okay.
That's just what he's... You see a picture of a woman, you're like, cool.
Okay.
Here's one that's a little
I
bit...
like the idea of him just being like you hand it to him, you're like, okay. And you're like, it's cool, isn't it? Isn't it really fucking cool?
This one is a little bit...
He would be, but he's a little sad. He's like...
This is a little bit more useful, I think, in Yamari. We have our... the mosquitoes have been very... She's been smiling upon us, we'll say, for the Joy Festival. Usually she does at this time, but it can get a little... Anyway, this candlestick here, if you put a candle in it, it will repel insects up to 30 feet when the candle is lit. great for keeping comfortable out, maybe during the fireworks if they start zipping in, when the sun goes down. And he's looking at all your faces, like, he's got his big, big wide smile, but he's like, looks at Millie, and she's like, give him the holy water. Give him that. That's unique. He says, yes, and he reaches into the drawer and then pulls out these 3 vials, pretty decent size, of clear water. And he slides them across and looking at you, because you would have the context as he's speaking. These actually have been gathered from the peak of Mount Yamari. They come from the spring that flows up at the top, the holy spring from Yamari herself. Very useful, then. It's blessed water.
I just slide one away from me towards you.
Kai grabbed one.
As they burn
Okay.
me.
They don't.
Doesn't her holy water burn?
No, it does not.
No?
Nope.
Oh, I thought it did. So why was Avedon screaming when I was dousing her with holy water?
Because
she
you
was
were
possessed.
Yeah.
It was the ghost.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was the holy water hurting her because she's like a devil.
So there are 3, so you took 1, and then there's 2 left on the...
I took one.
Okay, 1 left.
If no one else takes it, Kyle take the.
Okay. Wasn't there a 5th one of you?
Aye, she's busy.
Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you.
Technically, we weren't there when this assignment was given out, so I don't know if he would necessarily say.
Well, but Kethra was with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not there. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes then over the next 3 days. I appreciate your hard work. Kai, Eldon, Kethra, she says. And of course, Ayla. And I don't think I actually know your name.
Iolite.
Iolite. Ayla, Iolite. I can remember that. Great. I appreciate your hard work on this, and should everything work out, I'll be contacting the mayor of Mosswick, and maybe she'll have something to say when you are done with the festival.
That would be amazing.
It would be. All right. Well, thank you for your hard work. The festival begins tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to not having to deal with them.
It should be fine. Till after.
All right. I am going to have to ask that you put your sword... I was only able to get them to agree for the 1 day. Your bow you can keep.
Fine. Didn't you have a sword too?
Did I say anything to Kai?
Yeah.
Didn't you hide it?
Well, it's just a rapier, so it's just on his side. So he's not hiding it, but he's also not like displaying it. So if they notice it, they notice it. They can tell him to put it away.
Okay. Yeah, so if you will go. And they're like, let's go. Great job, everyone. Thank you. Come on. And she kind of ushers you out to the front where the elf, Millie, is like, they've got some swords to turn in here. You know, it's the Joy Festival.
Joy.
Joy. Happiness. Go drink some alcohol.
Just got my Mai Tai. I go, you should drink some more.
Go enjoy, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bright and early. Actually, bright and early here is like 11 o'clock. It doesn't start early at all because it's island time. And she kind of ushers you out.
Well, I guess that business is concluded.
Love the flowers in your hair, by the way, ladies. Looks beautiful. Loud Bellarels, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
Let me know if you want me to join you on stage on the 5th. I'm doing my dance.
Yeah.
I'm practicing.
Keep practicing.
I will. Maybe next year. I'll show it to you.
I really did in my head when he did that. See, like but with like the skinny, bony shoulders of like almost like a really old woman, but like a goblin, just like. Practicing my moves.
All right, bye. And she slams the door behind.
What time is it?
We'll say most of the day has kind of gone by. It's
3 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
Well, good word with the mayor you may have, so that is an extra bonus to your deed.
They gave us trinkets, and he's gonna like hold up the locket, and you know what I mean. It's got. What's this guy got a picture of my mother?
Where your mother's picture I came from, I do not know, but the candle can be very useful. I don't know how long you are planning on staying on the island.
To be perfectly honest, I got on the boat with no plan.
So when the festival is over, you wander?
I
Have
have
no
no
place to
idea
stay.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Is that all of you?
I don't speak for anyone.
Yeah. I suppose just going wherever the wind takes me.
I do not have an extra bed for them. I don't want them in my house.
Well, maybe we can find a different place nearby. Something to
Here.
think about. No, like just a little thing we can think about it.
We'll figure it out.
I think
we
they're
have no.
talking about us.
I don't even know these people.
Okay.
I can hear them. They don't want us to stay in our house.
I gathered that much.
I wouldn't want us in our house.
I mean, it's not a house. It's a small dwelling. I don't know why I'm whispering still, but
Do you live in Balsted?
no. I live in Mosswick.
So after the Joy Festival is done, will you go back to Mosswick?
Yeah, that is where I live and work.
I don't know if you have other business here.
Nope, just the festival.
And you?
Oh, same. I live with her
Ah.
and work with her. Kind of her right-hand gal.
Well, and a right-hand gal to most of the theater as well.
Wow. Yeah. She like puts her hair behind her ear, kind of like. I guess you could say that.
Knock something over there.
Oh, jeez. I guess you could say
Kind
that.
of amazing.
Do you?
There are other like stagehands, but it's like I am the best one.
Do you own a theater or just? Or,
Oh, no. I only perform at the theater.
Excuse me for not knowing.
Right, you are not from here. Forgive me. I will forgive your ignorance.
Thank you. He says with a high degree of sarcasm. Not happy. Is there any food or anything?
Oh, yeah, there's food
He's gonna
everywhere.
just walk over to our cart and grab some stuff.
There's the closest one is this like fried octopus cart, and
He
it's like
loves
two
Vincent.
cups.
We just walked it by.
His
He's a little strange.
his customs are very very interesting.
Yeah, like why did he give me that flower?
He didn't even. I don't know. He didn't put it in your hair. I mean, that is what you do with a
He
flower.
gave it to me in a little vase, which is not very practical.
No,
Where am I going to set that down?
it's weird. I mean, I bought a plant too, and I'm holding it with my tail, but that doesn't mean anything. My hands are still free.
Oh. Didn't the loud man say that he bought it for someone he liked?
I don't know. Did he?
I think so. Oh.
He's just eating fried
She glances over at him and is like, ugh.
just eating his feelings, his little undeveloped feelings that he just
The
doesn't
vendor
eat.
is like, oh yeah, 2 copper a piece. Yeah, he real good. Fried octopus balls.
Yeah, give me a dozen.
Yeah,
You don't
fresh.
think I
I don't think he.
Hey, Kai, you want some of that?
do you
Right next to it,
reciprocate?
I
there's
don't know
a
him. I don't
wildflower ice cream. That is
Okay.
another cart.
Perhaps you should give him
Wildflower
flower
ice
back.
cream? Why does everything remind me of
That
her?
Oh,
Just a little bit further down, there's roasted wild edible flowers that are only a copper piece each.
Everywhere
There's
he
like
turns,
flowers.
he sees flowers.
There's flowers all over the walls and all over the tents, and you see another one of those people that's like reaching into a bag and like letting loose the flower petals, and then where they stick,
Why
they
did
turn
I have
into
to go to the
flowers.
Joy Festival? He's not feeling very joyous.
You see people smiling and laughing everywhere, flowers in their hair. You look over on the Amari
There's a couple
statue.
arm in arm. He's just like,
with flowers.
With flowers. You see people who are like draping some
They
flowers
kiss and then
on
their
the,
magical flowers
on
kiss.
the, on the statue. It's just flowers everywhere.
I like
God,
finally
I'm
like
actually fucking crying. Ah.
Iolite's like just very clueless, and her like slow little brain like looks over and like notices now like how sad, like deflated you became, and like looks at the flower and is like, oh shit. So
Perhaps
is
you-
it okay if I take that back?
Yes, go ahead.
So I'll take it back. I'm gonna take the purple one you gave me. I'm gonna walk over to Eldon and put the one that he gave me behind my ear, and the other one behind his. Thank you.
Oh.
And walk away.
Do you want some ice? Do you want ice cream? He has no idea what to do.
You come back over, I go,
Yeah. Looked really sad.
Meanwhile, while this
He was
is all
acting
going,
very
Kai
different.
is just like flipping through the book as everyone's having a meltdown.
He's just reading.
We're all a bunch of children.
Yeah, you get a general kind of sense of it depends on what you're looking for. I can give you the like quick write-ups of each of the things, but there's like
Yeah, I'll take it after that. We don't have to.
you learn about a king that was apparently in the space of where Kalia and Cassia ended up kind of before the arrival. There was a kingdom in that area, and then when the elves came, they just kind of took it over. You learn about that king, and then an elven princess or queen who had big dreams of bringing all of everyone together, and then when the homecoming, the flight of the elves happened, she was kind of forced to go back and has not really been heard from since then. Not by anybody on this plane, anyway. And then the monster hunter who traveled to Nia and Modras, named Dagon of the Dawn's Light. That's where you see the most about liches and vampires, and that he was granted immortality, but it doesn't go into too much more detail after that. All right. So, everything as the evening progresses and you're eating the street food, and Kethra is still nowhere to be found until the very, very end of the day, when you kind of decide to go your separate ways to perhaps meet up again the next day for the beginning of the Joy Festival. As you are kind of standing in the middle of the square there, like doing the awkward goodbye for the end of the night.
Everything we do is awkward.
Yeah, you're continuing with your awkwardness.
well, after the full flower snafu.
Well,
Um,
I'm a little
awkward.
happier.
It's still really awkward though.
Iolite, you notice, like, kind of behind, because you're sort of facing, like, you guys are going to turn around to go to Smiling Eyes, and you are going to turn around to go to the patient Fae.
Is it late?
It's late, yeah. The sun's gone down. It's late. It's like 5, 6 o'clock. The sun's gone by that 6:30.
The fun's just starting.
Yeah, I mean, the fun will technically really start tomorrow. Everybody's gonna, like, the people who have, if you want a party, you can go down Joy Run and go party with the folks that are paying for hourly cots.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But the other shops have kind of closed down. It's getting quieter. So two things happen almost like simultaneously as like Kethra kind of comes up from somewhere. She just like kind of appears out of the darkness as people are all milling around. You don't notice, and then she's just like there. Yeah.
It's that Dwight meme.
And you see like Nyx is by her feet, and she just comes over. She's got a little satchel. It's not overflowing with stuff, but clearly that she's gathered things. She's like, I kind of had a feeling I'd see you out here. How'd it go?
Everything went smooth as can be expected.
I had all the faith in the world in you.
Smooth is not what I would call that, but it was successful.
No
It
one
wasn't bad.
died.
It wasn't bad.
Awesome. As she is just kind of continuing with the awkwardness of staring at all of you, you, Iolite, begin to feel that, like, sensation that kind of starts in your chest and then, like, kind of spreads out across your shoulders and then down your arms, and you just kind of, like, turn to look back over in the eastern direction. It's very faint, but it is stronger than you have felt in the past, 24-ish hours. You can't see anything, though. Like, you look back and you're looking and you see the stables and the lights and the flowers and everything, but the jungle is beyond that, and you can't see out into the jungle, but you are distracted momentarily. And then at the same time, Eldon, you hear that sniffling that you had heard when Winkara had pushed past you, and you kind of like turn and look and can see two figures exit from behind the patient Fae. First is like a dark hooded person that just kind of like quickly, and there's movement all around, and it's, there's lights everywhere and whatnot, but this dark hooded person just kind of like exits and walks off down towards the east, like going down towards Joy Run. And then you see Winkara Wickloop, the little gnome boxer, also exits from behind and just is like sniffling and heads into the patient Fae. And so in this moment, we've got Eldon looking this way and Iolite looking that way as you all are standing there kind of awkwardly in the square.
When we turn back while our eyes meet.
Sure. Lock eyes.
No.
Did you say I was looking to the west?
You're looking to the east.
Yeah, and I was looking at
It's
the
like
opposite
as
direction.
soon as you turn around, Iolite sees your eyes, and then she immediately falls and like gets out of eyeline, like just drops to the ground.
He's gonna file that for until we get back to the
Okay.
patient Fae.
Is there any landmark that's near that direction? Like, it's just, I'm looking at, like,
You're
the
looking
jungle.
out into the darkness of the jungle. Like, there's a clearing here, so you can see that, Chaos, the bright orange, all the other moons are just little slivers in the sky, so you can't, there's nothing you can see. And as you're just kind of sitting there looking, it lasts maybe a minute or two, and then you feel it kind of pull away, pull back.
Is she looking for a full minute, or is it?
I don't know.
I feel like I would be so shocked. I'm just kind of transfixed, and I'm like kind of rubbing my shoulder and like
Then
just feeling it out until it goes away.
noticing that you're looking in a particular direction for a prolonged period of time, I put my hand on your shoulder and be like, "What is it?"
I feel it. It's close.
That way.
It was, but then it stopped. I don't know how it's moving.
Perhaps someone is carrying it.
don't know how any person would be just wandering around out there. Or why someone.
May not be a person.
You guys,
I guess so.
are you guys talking like that right in front of us?
You do not matter.
That's
Mind your
hurtful.
business.
She didn't say that. I mean,
I feel like
you wouldn't know the
maybe
context,
quietly,
but-
yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
saying that in front of us, right?
whispering.
My back is to you. Or our backs maybe to them.
You're looking
whispering.
that way, and she's looking that way, and you two are looking.
Yeah, they're awkwardly talking about stuff in
Kai's
front of
That
you.
you don't know what it is.
like
Right.
half listening to what Eldon's saying, like, oh yeah,
He's not even talking.
really.
Yeah.
Exactly, because he's not paying attention.
Yeah, Kethra is looking at you like, what's up with them just talking like we're not standing right here?
Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is
It's
fine.
tired. It's been a long day.
Does Kai believe them?
Kai's not even listening. Kai's
He's always listening.
now he wants to jump in.
Disadvantage.
When
you can
old
roll
Roselle
insight.
saying something.
Disadvantage.
He's always listening.
That's not bad. No, one less.
12. Perception?
Insight.
Insight. 13.
I mean, you can roll a deception check if you want, or if you just think that you're not trying too hard.
Oh. Nope. That is 2.
Yep. You're like,
So
no.
you can
There.
see right through. Oh, it's actually a 1. So see right through me.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to say it, say that. Don't lie.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine, but I didn't ask you.
I don't want to talk about it.
I respect
Right now.
that.
Did anybody else see the crying boxer?
I think we made some like too strong-willed characters. Like it's like, don't lie. Fine. I don't want to talk about it. Fuck you. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to you. It's like gloves come off in the middle of the street. No, what the crying boxes?
Yeah, I saw that last night.
The
Two.
boxer, the halfling?
When?
Winloop?
Oh, I thought they were talking about enchanted boxes.
No, the boxer, the
boxer. Oh,
fighter
we
that
are.
was with us on the wagon.
Right.
It's the second night we've seen them leaving
Crying?
the patient Faye crying.
Oh.
And like, there was a hooded person. I don't know what was going on with that.
Oh.
Hate to just get into other people's business and start asking questions or wondering. I just hope that everything's okay. They seem like a nice person on the wagon.
Well,
Yeah.
to punch someone's face for money requires a certain type of person. I am sure it is an emotional journey.
Sure. I just hope everything's okay.
Did you see where he went?
Is it a he? I thought it was a she.
They.
Did you see where they went?
They went it back in. Whoever was wearing the hood, something black, ran that way. He'll point in that direction.
Which direction?
Down the joy run.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's why I said that was so general. I didn't know which way we were facing, so I just
Yeah.
that away. Yeah. I just hope everything's okay. That's all.
Do you want to check on it?
I don't really know them enough. Do you? This is the first time we've all met that boxer, right? You don't know them.
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know them either.
Maybe if we see, if me and Kai and Kethra see them at the bar or something, we can ask them. I'll let you guys know in the morning. It's probably when you're crying or upset about something, it's probably a little odd to have 5 people walk up and ask you what the issue
What's
is.
wrong?
How
What
you
crying
doing?
about?
Hi, what are you crying for?
Couldn't help but see you bawling 2 nights in a row. What's the tea?
Oh, yes.
Spill the tea.
Typically, strangers asking your business is none of the stranger's business.
Right.
Fair enough.
I just hope everything's okay, that's all. I mean, people skulking around in hoods. He says this with not realizing the full irony of the fact that he has a hood.
He's
thing,
scoping
so
around in a hood.
no, you don't. You're just
No, he's just got a coat. Yeah.
All right, so that's just
No
or is
hood
it,
this
no,
time.
it's Kethra then, right?
Kethra has a hood, yeah.
Yeah, she has like a cloak.
Yeah, so like with the full, not
Speak
realizing
for
the full
yourself.
irony. So, you know, usually that's bad business of some kind.
Not all want to be recognized. For various reasons.
That's right. Some of us are famous.
Only slightly.
Well, I'm going to retire for the night. Maybe I'll see.
It is so early.
I'm tired.
Do I believe him?
Are we gonna start a three-way
I know,
boxing
like-
match right here, right in the street?
I mean, it's 6 o'clock. It wasn't an overly stressful day, so
That's why I'm
probably
like,
not. You probably
tired.
don't believe him, but
He's not lying. Were we gonna do anything? I thought you said the day was we were.
no, I'm leaving it up to you. If your night is.
We're at a festival.
There are places to eat and drink and dance. And she, for the first time, you see her do like a little twirl, which is like, I'm like, but it's like way more graceful than I could ever pretend that it is.
Make a performance check.
Please roll low.
Don't fuck
Please
me up.
roll low.
Don't fuck me
Now's
up.
the time to use your
Oh, yeah.
inspiration.
19.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
19.
I was hoping you'd roll like a 3.
I'm a plus 5 on performance.
You see Ayla just do like very like no effort, but it looks fantastic, like twirl. And there's almost like this glimmer that like it remains in the air that
Just turn into Sailor Moon. And
yeah.
like all the poses.
I'm thinking Ginyu Squad now with the poses.
Dap.
Did you just dab on them?
That was one of
Dab on
them. Like one dude's like this, like two dudes are like this with like their
Oh,
knees
and that.
turned that way. I'll show you the
So
Ginyu Squad pose after. I swear, like they created dabbing, however the fuck it is before it existed.
So you do a twirl, and you see a couple of people like, oh.
A couple people.
Including me.
Well, I don't know much about dancing, but drinks, food. We are at a festival after all.
All right. Nice.
This way, we head to the slums to go party.
All right.
We're going
All right.
down the Joy Run to those hour rate.
Yeah, that's like like the nice places. The fucking guy who we gave way too much money for a fucking bottle of rum. Like like those people are inside. Like yeah, this is a very good party. Pinky out. But like the fucking people sleeping on the floor in the tents, like shitting in the woods. Like those are the people that are having a good time.
Yep.
They're doing Jaeger bombs.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
slinging Fireball.
Yep.
The people who are like roughing it at Saco versus the
Yeah.
people out in the cabins. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you head down to the near the end, closer to the end of the Joy Run. Like right now, yes, the village proper is not set up for the festival to begin. So like it's, they're the guards are still making the rounds, but they also know that like this is the night that not only the people that are here for the festival to enjoy it, but the workers. There are a ton of people working at this thing, and they are the ones that kind of get pushed off into the tail end of Joy Run.
The poop belly.
Yeah. So
That's what we called it.
you have a night of partying. There's cheap ales, cheap rums.
Is there water?
The water. There
He's
is.
gonna chance
He's
it.
gonna
You're
this kid's
gonna-
gonna wake up in the morning.
There's-
Yeah, just like fucking dying. from
There's
shitting
He'll
himself.
very-
boil it if he has to. But
There's
he's,
very little water. You are warned of the water repeatedly. I'm gonna have everybody roll Constitution saves as your night is. It's great. You meet a bunch of people whose names you're not gonna remember.
do I? Even though I'm not drinking.
You are drinking even though
You're
you don't
drinking
know
poison.
you're drinking.
He can't drink.
I'm gonna use my inspired action.
I was thinking about making it something that he can't drink.
Can't like physically is
It's
incapable.
Taboo.
If you don't
Well,
know.
but you might not know.
Like, you've been roofied,
Oh,
son.
okay. Oh,
No,
yeah.
not roofie. Just this is like
Because
water's
every time it's been handed to him, he's been like,
Yeah, like he's either not going to be able to drink anything, or there's gonna be some alcohol and stuff that he's drinking. Con saves.
17.
11.
Can I use my inspired action for this?
How?
This is to be if we like survive the night.
No, for your liver to survive.
My liver to survive
Yeah,
the
this
night.
is like you're partying. I'm gonna have you make a couple of rolls, and I'm gonna see what the averages are all. But you all are like out there partying with folks. Are you drinking? Are you like?
Yeah.
So how are you? What inspired actions are you taking to help yourself
I don't know.
stay in control?
I was
Maybe
gonna
I'll
say
hang
a
on
cup
to
of
it.
water in between every
Oh,
drink,
but
but it's like,
the
oh
water-
no, wait, no, you
water.
can't do that. Yeah,
Never
like-
mind. I don't use it because I want to see if things get interesting.
You can always like. There's hard stuff, and then there's like the ale that's like.
Oh yeah, like the water.
Yeah, the
kinda
watered
watered
down
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's stick to like the watered down stuff.
Yeah,
guess.
I mean you can do
Alright.
the same. It's just you're not gonna.
he just
avoid
wouldn't know
alcohol.
it. He just wouldn't know it then. It has to be clear.
I think it would be hilarious if he is just like sucking down like Mai Tais and like all these fruity
yeah.
cocktails
That's a
and
good
has
point.
no
I could do
idea
that. It has
that
no
they're
booze.
all
He doesn't think it has
alcoholic
booze in it.
drinks.
He's asking
Yeah.
for virgin versions of it, and they're just not.
He's drinking pina coladas, like 2 in each hand. He's like,
I
love these.
I didn't know pineapple was so.
that feels very
I didn't know
on
pineapple
brand.
was so
Island
good. Well, no, it's true because somebody who's never been to like a tropical island where it's like it's customary to just mix the alcohol into the fruit drink. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that the fruit, because especially as earlier in the day, the fruit drink you were drinking, you asked
So
specifically
and you
for
can barely
juice.
taste it usually.
But now you're not. Now you're at like Jimbo's tent over here, and it's like he doesn't have just all of his juice are mixers.
So what did everybody roll?
11.
11.
I rolled an 18, but part of me wants to say that I voluntarily failed just because he doesn't drink alcohol.
Well, but it could
I said
be
you could
like
roll at
it's
disadvantage
Um,
if you have like a low.
Well, he does. This would be his very first time he's had alcohol.
What did you get?
17.
I'm sorry.
I am a
I use the inspired
god.
action. I'm gonna stick to like the weak stuff. I got a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll for Kendall.
So they're like drinking the weak stuff, but they don't know it. You guys are all like,
I'll have you do
17.
one more roll as the night goes on. You're doing well. You're doing okay. You're keeping track of your alcohol consumption. So tomorrow you
Nope,
feel like
not now.
It's a 7.
okay.
16.
That one's a 10.
7.
Nice. So we started up
lucky
here,
7.
and then we ended up.
Well, I mean that's true.
I
It's like,
I like I rolled the lowest the first round, and then I rolled the highest, and everyone else rolled lower.
All right. Yeah. Kethra rolled a natural 1. So because it
dragged
was
home.
He
so.
threw up on Nick's.
Let's do one more. We're gonna do one final one because if they were all mid range, I would be like, but this went from here to here.
same
Bounce.
10 again.
Oh shit! Natural 20 now.
5.
5.
16.
6.
Natural 20. All right,
shit.
for Kethra.
How,
So
what a fucking rally!
I know.
Yeah, right? She
was like, "Not today."
threw up.
did
She
the
threw
white-
up
she
at the
did
wood
white-
line
yeah,
and then
she
came
did
back.
the white girl.
Totally ready to go.
Was
so
the
you got a
joke?
5.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
trying to remember the joke.
And
There was
you
a
were what?
comedian
10
who said
again.
that he was like, "I've never seen anybody almost throw up and completely ignore it like a white girl can." They're like, "Hey guys, hey, you guys want to go party?" And like they just ignore it completely.
It's like that TikTok. It was like, I thought it was a lemon drop. I didn't know it was tequila.
That it's funny 'cause I can't remember who it was, but it was the comedian interspliced with that.
What sorry, what did you get?
What was that? I think I said 16.
Okay, pretty good.
6.
That one is 6. Okay, so you all have your night. You both are going to wake up with a point of exhaustion. But that just means -1 to your
That
rolls.
should have been me.
And somehow in the
we're
morning,
dancing, I'm spinning her and stuff, and I'm using the fucking
Thaumaturgy.
It's
thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
I'm using Tom and Jerry to rumble the ground around us, but just like me and you. So it's like we're like
like at the party.
yeah,
Did you turn the ground into a vibrator?
a little
What the
bit
fuck did you do?
light rumble.
Wacky bard.
Yes, everyone enjoys. You somehow wake up the next morning, like in your rooms that you were supposed to have.
In our own clothes.
You are,
Okay.
yeah.
Had to ask. Leadership
Kai,
Well, I mean, are they? Is the question. We're good.
Kai, and actually, hold on one
Guy
second.
has a flower in his hair now.
Right.
Everybody does.
Like a red one.
Somebody's got a melon in their hair.
Damn it!
Hey, music's back.
Sorry.
Oh shit! Hit it.
It's been.
Pop that shoulder, baby. We really all started dancing.
Except me panicking. All right, so Kai, you have a point of exhaustion, and
I'll do this music on like my sleep playlist. It's like
I believe you need to flip a coin.
We each need to flip one.
No, just you.
boy.
I don't know what this means. Flip a coin for.
Oh, I don't even know which one's head or
It's-
tail.
And it ended up cocked.
It was cocked, yeah. It landed on the measuring
Let's
tape.
say not a cult is tails and.
Oh wait, hold
Wickies
on.
heads.
Sorry, it's actually not that. You roll a d6. Apologies. This is different.
Does he have
Yeah,
some
that's
sort
what-
of
that's
wild
on that
magic
coin, and I
thing?
slapped that right down.
5.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm like stretched out. I apologize.
You take 1 point.
1.
1 point. Just 1 point.
Just 1 point.
Just a point. Oh, good.
All right. So
Did your patron not approve of that? No fun.
You guys don't need to know what we're talking about. Don't worry about it.
I don't know anything about it.
So yes, you wake up in your rooms. I'm gonna say you wake up late in your rooms, actually,
Which really on island time is just on time.
just on
Yeah.
time.
We wake
And-
up at the ass crack on noon.
Yep.
and
You
it's-
wake up about yeah, we're gonna say you wake up probably about like 10 or 11, and
Perfect.
it is, you can hear the festival goers outside. You can hear people all start, like everything is starting. And on opposite side, like you look out of your, well, you can't see out your windows, but as you get ready, like you can see out of your window, you can see the square and people are starting to gather. And you actually begin to hear, as folks are coming around, you see Adrio come out of the town command, and you realize like now's the time everybody's starting to gather. So you like get yourselves ready and start heading out to the square. There is some food you can like grab from the inn, and
Continental breakfast.
yeah, like just kind of quick things that you can grab as you head out into the square. You see everyone there. You see that the village has started to like overflow at this point. Like the festival is beginning. It becomes very quickly apparent that this place is not meant to hold this many people for very long. The streets are crowded and filled with all sorts of people from different walks of life. It's very lively and boisterous. You can hear music around. Different like bards are playing. There's lots of laughing. The air is thick with the smells of all the different foods. Like all of those street vendors are cooking like in earnest now. People are walking around. You can smell the rum and the whiskey and the ales all in the air.
We're just gonna go.
You see all the merchants are selling. You can still hear loud Bellaril somehow from his tent. and it is just a very joyous atmosphere. And as you kind of come together, like waving to each other, looking, I mean, you and Kai kind of make the eye contact of folks who know that
Misery.
that this is it was a rough night, or it wasn't a rough night. It was a great night. It's gonna be a rough morning. But as you do, you hear.
We have some Bloody Marys.
Yeah, you got to take the edge off.
Little hair of the dog.
And you kind of like meet up on the edge there, and you see Steward Adria walks up the slab, and Millie is off to the side. And you hear his just like, he puts his hands out, and you see Millie, she's like, everyone! Like, even though you can barely hear her, you can hear her, and then people like kind of start to quiet down. And you hear Adrio just like, you look and you see his big smile. You can see like his huge face just like smiling across everything. And you hear as he begins with, "Dear friends and neighbors,